And we do also offer a campus in the Gold Coast of Australia if you're interested in studying there. So once you've chosen your program, your length of program, your location, you will work with EACC to submit the application, and then we can all work together in order to get the requirements together to review you for acceptance. So for the kids and teen summer programs, there are no requirements. Everyone is welcome. It's very easy. For the adult online programs, you just have to show proof of high school graduation. And then when you get to the in-person short-term workshops for the adults, it's just proof of high school or college graduation. And I need to have just a short interview with yourself to ensure that your English is high enough. The only short-term program that requires an audition is musical theater. We do have to understand where the range of your voice is, but mostly short-term programs are open to everyone who has graduated high school. Once you get into the 1- and 2-year conservatory programs and the degree programs, this is where we start to introduce either an audition or a creative portfolio. So if you're coming for a performing arts program, acting or musical theater, you do have to audition. And there's a couple different ways in which you can do that. The first is just to record the audition and then upload it to your applicant portal as a link. You can also set up a live virtual audition where you would set up a Zoom with myself and another one of my colleagues and perform your work live, such as this. The third and hopefully coming soon option is when I am finally back on the ground in India, we hold live auditions face-to-face. I don't have quite a plan of being back in India quite yet. I'm hoping in the spring of 2023. I will let you know when I know. But for the Acting for Film program, we require 2 monologues that are 60 to 90 seconds apiece. We do like them to be contemporary, so we don't want Shakespeare. We prefer anything from like 1950s to now that are contrasting, one comedic, one dramatic. And we do like to see pieces that speak to you. So if you are a 19-year-old woman, please don't play an 85-year-old man. It's pretty obvious. But for the musical theater program, we require 2 musical theater songs and 1 monologue. Once we get into the visual arts programs, every other program that's at NYFA, filmmaking, producing, screenwriting, photography, 3D animation, game design, this is where we require a creative portfolio. The creative portfolio can be many different things, and there are specific requirements for each program that you can see on our website. But mostly, if you have made a film, of course, we would want to see the film that you have made. If it is not in English, it does need to have English subtitles, but it can be a very rough draft. It can be your raw footage. It can be a film that you shot on your phone with your friends. It doesn't have to be perfect. That's not why you're coming to study with us. But we do like to see the work that you have already created. If you have not been able to make a film yet, we really take anything that shows your creativity, your ideas, and the stories that you want to tell. So it can be anything from photographs, scripts, drawings, storyboards, short stories, poems. I had one student who was a furniture designer, and he sent in photos of the furniture he designed. So that's what we're looking for. And again, you can see the specific requirements on our website, but myself and Richard at EACC will work with you through this process to make sure that you have everything that's needed. For the degree programs, we are a test optional school, so we do not require SAT or ACT, but you do have to supply 2 letters of recommendation, and those come in through people who have either taught you or worked with you professionally. That also requires a narrative statement, which is your statement of purpose. Why New York Film Academy? Why filmmaking? Why acting? Why do you want to do this? And then for the degree programs only, we do require either a TOEFL, IELTS, or Duolingo exam. If you took your high school fully in English or you studied university fully in English, you do not have to submit an English test. For the master's programs, you are required to have an undergraduate degree, but it does not necessarily have to be in a similar discipline. We have so many people, especially from India, who will have an undergraduate in, say, BTech or engineering or law. And then they realize, this is not what I want to do. I want to be creative. So they will then come to us for a master's degree in filmmaking or photography or producing. So you do have to have an undergraduate degree for a master's, but it does not have to